Good morning. It's great to be here. Thanks very much for the invitation. I would like to first introduce this presentation with the main environmental policy concept of the French government, which is ecological transition. And under this global policy concept, every year we organize a national conference with all the main stakeholders in order to discuss priorities and policy. There's a theme every year, and this year's theme was the circular economy. Now, coming to product environmental footprinting, as many of you know, we organized in 2011 and 2012 a national pilot. I won't go into details because it's been presented several times in this forum. Globally, I think it was a success. We had received 230 applications. We selected 168 projects. 90% of the projects were completed. 75% of the participating companies in the post-evaluation, in the questionnaires, interviews, and so on, told us that they want to continue the footprinting exercise. They also told us that the pilot represented an opportunity for them to learn more about LCA, to learn more about their products and about their supply chains. However, they also told us that scaling up the implementation would not be possible in the same experimental conditions, which didn't come as a surprise, and that they would need some technical support and common tools that would have to be coherent with the existing labels and with the EU initiatives. And concerning verification, a very important issue for them, here they asked us to look at trying to find the right balance between the necessary rigor and also the necessary pragmatism when it comes to costs. Consumer interest, very high consumer interest, was much confirmed by the feedback from the pilot and the different projects. Nevertheless, we didn't find evidence on consumer behavior changes, but this didn't come as a surprise either, because we didn't expect it. The pilot was very large in terms of number of products, companies, but it was also limited in time and in relation to the whole French market, and there was in fact very few similar products, and basically there was not room for comparability in the pilot, even though, like for the European Commission, comparability is one of the main objectives of the scheme that we are building in parallel. Having said that, we got really interesting feedback in terms of, for instance, preferences of consumers regarding communication vehicles and formats, which is very useful for the follow-up of our policy. So, about the French initiative, where are we now? Some of you may wonder. The next step is the governmental report to the Parliament. We've had a series of meetings with the other ministries, with the stakeholders, really intensive consultations, which explain part of the delay, because I'm aware that last summit in April I announced the report for the summer. But now we do have the final draft of the report. It's in the hands of our cabinet, and it will go back to the Prime Minister for governmental approval for transmission to the Parliament very soon. This report will contain, obviously, results of the pilot from the evaluation, positive feedback, which constitutes an encouragement to continue, and also options for the policy to follow up and for implementation. This report will also contain 3 important conditions to be met before implementation. The necessary technical support, the control of the costs, and the necessary reliability of the information. So in the short and medium terms, we are looking at alignment as much as possible with the EU developments, continue and consolidate the technical works, and continue to discuss, obviously, with the stakeholders. Precisely on the technical work, this stakeholder platform has now adopted 23 product category rules, and the general calculation methodology is undergoing its second revision at the moment. Notably, one of the objectives is to align it as much as possible with the PEF. So these are the product category rules that have been adopted so far by ADEME, AFNOR, and the stakeholders. The most recent PCRs were adopted in June on clothes, milk, and coffee. I would like to tell you a few words as well about the construction of the public secondary database by ADEME and the Environment Agency. Which will be the first part online by the end of the year. ADEME, together with some other French and Swiss partners, has also completed an important project on the collection of agri-food product data. This project, called AgriBalise, ran for 3 years and has established 137 life cycle inventories in the sector. The project results should go online at the beginning of this week. I didn't have an opportunity to check this morning, but I invite you, if you are interested in the results of this project, to look out for this web address. The same partners and others have also launched a new project for this sector, this time about data from food processing. And ADEME is also participating in the World Food Life Cycle Database project. Coming to the PEF initiative, obviously we welcome very much this initiative by the European Commission. We want to articulate as much as possible our own initiative with the EU developments, and we will contribute ourselves. The ministry and also ADEME are actually partners in some of the selected projects, and we are really happy to see many French actors in the EU pilot, which confirms to us continued involvement of the French actors. Just a few words also on some consumer studies that we have launched. One is called Lab to Green. It's part of our research program on sustainable consumption, led by the ministry. So this one, Lab to Green, is on the efficiency of environmental labels. And also we have this ongoing study on the willingness of consumers to pay more for the environment based on labeling and consumer choice. So when we have more results, of course, we can share them with you. And I would like to mention, to conclude, some specific measures that we are introducing in the construction sector. This mandatory label on indoor pollutants. And also we are about to introduce a measure establishing an official framework for environmental product declarations on construction and decoration products. Here the declaration is not mandatory, but if you make a declaration or an environmental claim on your product, then you have to follow the official framework, and the calculation is based on the European standard 15804. So next step, governmental report to the Parliament, continue discussions with Parliament and stakeholders on the follow-up of the policy, alignment with the EU initiative, continue to develop the footprinting system, including the databases, testing some calculators in order to precisely decrease the costs of footprinting for companies and actors, and further studies, notably on consumers. Thank you very much.